Hello Aquarius, welcome to the Untitled Tarot. I am Lauren B. It is very, very nice to have you here. This week, I got a lot of cards for you, Aquarius. It is still pretty early. I'm still having my morning coffee, but you have been on my spirit. And so your message is first thing first this morning. I've done your spread with a combination of the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck. I know it's a mouthful, as well as the Oracle of Mystical Moments. I mixed it up, Missy Elliott style, like we like to do here, which is unusual. Normally I do one straight deck, but we're pulling pieces from what we need, which is, I think a little bit of what you're trying to do is pull some of your tools from your toolbox, right? Energetically, I don't really have any weird physical things, which is nice, or any weird food things, which is nice. Thank you so much for that. There's something like my stomach hurts a little bit, which makes me feel like there's something like not sitting right. There's something that's not quite a situation. There's something that's not quite sitting right in your spirit, Aquarius. But I also feel a big sense of, I'm not going to go down like that. I'm getting a very persevering energy from you. So that's good. We like to see it. We like to see a fighter, right? So first things first, your general energies that I have out is, and I would like to preface to say that a lot of your cards are in reverse. That's not really a big deal. Some people get real like freaky about that, but we're also in the shadow period of retrograde, so that happens, and it all makes sense as it shakes out. So if you see a lot of them in reverse, don't get all weird about it, all right? It's all gonna be okay. So your first general energies out is we have the Whale in reverse, Moon Dance in reverse, and the Black Egg in reverse. And I think what's happening here, Aquarius, is I'm hearing belly up. Something's gone belly up for you. This could be a relationship. This is very general. There's also energies could be vice versa or flip. So this could be happening to somebody that you're very energetically connected to, somebody that's kind of attached to your force field, but something's gone belly up, whether it's a relationship, a new job, a project. It feels like something that was relatively new in your life. This Whale energy, it's a water card, so it's all about emotions, right? Things kind of rising to the surface. And with this Black Egg, I'm hearing like bad egg, rotten egg, bad investment, right? And then this Moon Dance card is very interesting to me because normally upright, it's about trying to maintain balance, right? A little bit between the natural, the supernatural, all elements, right? And in reverse, it's kind of telling me that as things have gone belly up in this situation, whatever it may be, there is no balance to be had right now. It's a very stalemate energy. But the interesting thing for me, again, going back to that real spirit of perseverance that you have is, I don't know if anybody did track and field. I forget, what is it called? Like the pole vault, when they run and they stick the pole in and then they kind of whoop and they kind of like fling themselves over the net. That's kind of what I'm seeing is happening here. And as I look closer to this moon, it is appearing to me as though it's this Black Egg. So whatever situation has gone to the surface, gone belly up for you, it's not turning out the way you thought it would or the way that you feel in your spirit that it should. Instead of letting yourself trying to sit there and stress yourself out and try and find the answer or find the balance, you're like, I gotta go. You're like, there is no balance to be had here. Like, I obviously cannot fix this situation right now. Like, we are at an impasse. So I'm just going to pole vault my way, just energetically, just right over it. I'm just going to go right over this situation, which is actually kind of cool. It's a very proactive way to deal with it. If this was a situation that wasn't coming through as a stalemate, as an impasse, then I would normally suggest like sit in it, walk it out, as we do here. We walk it out. But this is a situation where it's like, don't walk it out. Just fling yourself right over. Your next two cards you have out are the Elixir of Life and the Gift in reverse. So again, this is a situation that I thought really excited you. It really excited you. It like breathed a breath of life into you, and you were kind of breathing it back out onto others, right? It was maybe a little rose-colored glasses. It was maybe a little nostalgic. I'm getting maybe a little naive. But it's a very hopeful energy, right? And it did appear to you as though it was a gift. Like this is an answered prayer. This is a manifestation come to pass. Like this is my big break. This is my chance, my opportunity. It's very much like, I can't believe this is happening, right? And with it going kind of belly up, with it turning out to be a little sour, I'm getting sour. Yeah, sour. The taste thing's new for me. It's a weird part of my upgrades. But whatever this elixir of life, this gift that you thought you had, something has happened and it's gone belly up. So you're trying to pole vault your way through it because you're like, oh, no. Like there's almost like there's nothing in the box. It was like I opened up the gift and there was nothing inside of it. Feels a little bit, maybe you feel a little bit tricked, and maybe you're not sure if it's from the other person, if you misinterpreted guidance from your higher self, from your guides, from your angels, whatever it may be. But you have out the Night Ride and you have out Tiny Triumphs in reverse. Now, this is often about being kind of cloaked in protection, kind of very under the radar, very kind of, I don't know why I want to do this, but like under the radar, kind of moving a little bit in silence, kind of going about like a long journey, a spiritual journey, right? And doing it very kind of quietly, just like you and your guides and source, and just allowing that protection to come in, allowing that guidance to come in, being very kind of quiet about the process of that. And then taking on these little tiny triumphs, right? Like, okay, like I'm going to take that bird as a confirmation. Like, okay, I'm going to take this as a synchronicity, right? In reverse, it's actually telling me that in the process of pole vaulting your way over this obstacle that you have, I'm getting like, I'm not playing around. Like these people think that I'm playing. Like it's almost like they want to play games with me. They think that I'm playing. And so it's like almost like doubling down on your mission now. And you're like, actually, I'm not going to be quiet about this anymore. I'm not getting the sense that you're going to the other job, person, party, and like yelling and screaming at them like, you sold me a false bill of goods. It's not like that. It actually, that just feels like a little piece of like your actual larger spiritual mission, your soul journey. And it's the sense of like, I'm not going to shut up about it now. Like, I'm not going to be quiet about what I'm doing. Right. So it's like, actually, instead of taking a night ride, I'm getting like a day walk. It's like, you're not going to move in silence anymore about what you're doing. It's like, you're not going to keep close-lipped about what your goals are for the future. You're not just going to hold on to these like little tiny triumphs like in your heart. It's like, oh no, I'm pole vaulting my way over this situation and you're all going to watch me do it. I'm walking in the light of day now. And not only that, is I have big triumphs and you're going to see them. I'm almost seeing like a ticker tape parade, or I want to say like the Olympics, but like somebody on like a podium, right? It's like you've been trying to act like you've been in third place this whole time, like with your little bronze medal, and you're like, I'm so grateful and appreciative to this. But in reaction, but it could be in reaction, so watch that. But in reality, it's like, no, you got the gold. It's like, you got the juice, Aquarius. And it's like, it's time to start squeezing. It's time to start squeezing that out and let everybody see it. Let everybody see it, not in like an ego way and not in that, but it's like, have more pride for yourself, for the work that you've done, the things that you are able to overcome. I think you're surprising yourself a little bit that this little setback, this impasse, this false bill, whatever this was that turned belly up for you. I think normally in the past, maybe you would have sat and wallowed, become weary about it, but it's almost like, it's like pop-up. It's like a tuck and roll. You know what I mean? It's like you got knocked down, but it's like you did a little somersault and you're like, I'm up, which is again, really, really cool. And I think in the process of doing this, you have Under My Umbrella. This is a card very much about having like a safe place to be supported, having like a friend group, right? And then there's like this to the moon and back. And then you have All Is Connected, which is upright. Thank Jesus in heaven. I'm getting the sense that this little setback, whatever it has been for you, has shown you a lot of other people's true colors, like really who is there to love and support and to protect you, because this is a card very much of being protected, right? It's about, you know, being shielded from the rain around you by I don't want to say something that's bigger than you, because this doesn't feel like source. This feels like people in your environment, but like people you expected to have your back and didn't have your back, right? And to the moon and back. It's almost like you're not, and again, the moon dance card is reversed. It's like, oh no, it's like almost like a reality check. It's like, you're not up in the cosmos anymore, rose-colored glasses, like, no, it's like you're right back down into earth, right? You are very grounded right now in the truth of things that have gone belly up for you, or the truth of when things go belly up for you, or a situation, who is and is not there for you. It's very much of a being grounded. I'm getting like put them in their place. They put me in my place, but they're gonna get put in their place. But it doesn't feel like you're doing it. It feels like you understand the alchemy of life, of how things work energetically. And so it's like, I'm gonna pop up. I'm a somersault and pop up, pole vault my way through this. And like, you guys will see. You'll see, because I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not hiding what I'm doing anymore. Because you know, again, that all is connected. For every reaction, there is a positive or negative reaction back to it. Like, there is always an even energetic exchange. That's what karma is. Karma is neither good and karma is neither bad. It is merely a balancing act, right? A balancing act. And there was an imbalance in whatever this was for you. Again, it's very, very general, but whatever this was for you, there was an imbalance. And so you can see through the natural rhythms of life that when something like that happens, you could kind of sit and mourn it and wallow it and do that whole kind of thing. But it only expands that disappointment. It only expands that energy. And I think you know that, which is why you're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not participating in this. It is what it is. And I'm getting, it's like, it is what you make it as well. So it's like, you're going to make the best out of this. You're going to turn this into lemonade. Like, if it's the last thing that you do. Woo. And then you have out liberty. It's almost like blessings in disguise. It's like, no, maybe this went belly up. No, maybe this did not pan out how you thought it was going to. But in actuality, it set you free. Maybe this brought up a lot of things for you that you didn't realize were still kind of like wounds. And it gave you a chance to kind of like pick that scab off, right? As painful as it might have been, I'm almost in a sense of like when you have a scab and you like knock into a coffee table and it rips off. It's like, you didn't mean to rip it off. That's not what you wanted to do. Like, it's not what you intended. It was like an accident. It was like, you didn't mean for it to happen, but now the wound is open and you have to deal with it, which is good because now you can air it out and it can actually like close and it can actually heal now, liberating you from whatever past hurt, trauma, whatever it was that is being triggered in this situation. And it's almost like I've done this. I've been here before, been there, done that. Like, I will survive. Like, I know that's okay. Like, that's fine. It stings. It stinks. Yes, it does. But we're going to let it air it out and we're going to move on to the next because I know that all is connected, right? And it's almost like all these little things are connected. All of these right here are connected. It's like, it's like, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is make sure that you are well and like keep it pushing, keep it moving. Now, I pulled out a couple strengths and weaknesses for you. In your strengths, you have the golden egg in reverse and you have treasured memories in reverse. This is actually kind of cool. It's actually very cool. So I think in your strengths, you have the ability, I think maybe in the past, maybe you were very rose-colored glasses, you were very nostalgic, and when things didn't pan out, you really sat in that disappointment for a long time, like I said. I think kind of this go-around of it is really proving to you your own resiliency that, yes, maybe there are sweet memories here. Yes, perhaps there were good aspects of this. Yes, perhaps this situation went belly up, this business deal. Like, I'm getting a lot of like contracts, social contracts, soul contracts, like, things like that. It's very businessy energy, but that despite that, it's almost like, I'm almost seeing, it's almost like a little burial. It's almost a little burial, but it doesn't feel in like a sad, mournful way. It's almost like, well, this was something that was sweet to me. This was something I really cared for. This was something that I was really passionate about. And you're almost like, I'm just going to put it to bed. It's almost like, I'm just going to tuck it in, right? I thought it was a golden egg. Maybe it's a black egg. Maybe it's not so great, but I'm going to hold in my heart that feeling of when I felt like it was a golden egg, because that's being optimistic. That's being hopeful, right? That's forgiving others. We can forgive ourselves, healing. It's all of that good, pure energy. And you're like, and I'm just going to tuck it in. I'm just going to, night. I'm just going to put it to bed. It's like not allowing the sentimentality, your sentimentality about things that you had expected to come to fruition, old relationships, whatever it may be. And it's not like you're digging a hole and you're shoving it. It's like, no, I'm going to pack it in real nicely. You know, I'm going to appreciate it for what it was while it was here. And I'm going to try and be positive and remember it for as golden as it felt at the time. And I'm just going to tuck it away. I'm just going to put it to rest. I'm just going to put it to bed for the time being. Now, in your weaknesses, you got change of seasons, you got the lizard in reverse, and then you got mermaid's love in reverse. Now here, what I'm feeling is, I think when you receive guidance, when you feel as something like, oh, this is a prayer answered, this is my manifestation come to pass, this is what God wanted me to do, this is what I felt like my path was, right? It's almost having a hard time, like reason, season, or a lifetime, right? It's like having a hard time moving through the seasons a little bit, because I feel like once you get a download, a piece of guidance, like this is go in this road, go in this route, go this direction, that in your mind, you're almost like, this is the only direction I need to go in. This is the only direction. Like I can only walk this path. But meanwhile, there's a million paths to roam, right? So with this lizard in reverse, that's showing like a little bit of a lack of adaptability. I'm getting like, I wasn't ready for it to die yet, to be over yet. It's one of those things. It's like fighting a little bit of that death and rebirth energy a little bit with this mermaid's love. And this mermaid's love is kind of like two different things that have found a commonality, have found a communion with each other, you know, a partnership, kind of love in a hopeless place. And it's kind of, again, it's like taking off those rose-colored glasses and realizing that sometimes the route or the path that we go down it's just like, it's not the whole path. It's just an alleyway. It's just like a small section of the path. And then you get rerouted. It's early. I can't talk, y'all. I'm sorry. But you get rerouted in that, right? So it's like when you get fixed, you're like, this is my path. This is my direction. I'm going to go that. But you don't really realize sometimes that the direction you're going in is only temporary and that you're going to be redirected, rerouted into another path, right? It's like a fork in the road. And you're having a little bit of a hard time because you're like, but I thought, and that was my guidance, and that was my download. It's like, yes, this and that are true. This and that are true. That is true, but now this new thing is true as well, right? Because also, I mean, there is free will. So, you know, there could be a set out path for you, but at the same time, if someone else, a business partner, a company, people you work with, somebody that you were dating, if they choose to enact their own free will and not listen to their higher guidance, not follow the advice from their source, well, that now, it's like almost like the universe isn't going to make you suffer for that. They'd almost rather take you out of this contract, take you out of this social group, take you out of this relationship, take you out of this job now when it's going to sting, as opposed to leave you on it knowing, because source knows what we do not know. They see what we cannot see. They hear thoughts in people's heads that we will never know, right? Then have you keep going down that path and suffer a much worse fate later on, right? They'd rather sting you now as opposed to like scorn you later, okay? So moving forward, because that's what we're doing, Aquarius, we're pole vaulting our way over. I look like a Puritan, right? Maybe that's a thing for you. I'm like, no makeup on, I'm like, look like a Puritan. It's like taking off the robes. It's like taking off the rose-colored glasses, like all the armor, all the jewels, everything, like back to basics. Like, let's get back to the bare bones of like what we're doing here right now in our soul mission. And so it feels like that. It's like, well, my main mission, my main path, my main soul journey is more important than anything else. So like, let's just pole vault over this obstacle and let's just get back to work. Because moving forward, you have the B card. The B card, this is all about hard work. And something that's very interesting to me too, is I'm noticing that there's a big white circle around this B, and then you have all this blue here, but it's like a smoky blue, right? It's a little foggy. And then you have all this beautiful yellow, but again, it's like, it's patchy. And I'm almost seeing like this bee, like fluttering its wings and like pushing away. It's almost like other people's truths, what they believe to be true, what they feel as though is their truth, is other people's perceptions. It's like you're pushing those away because it's like, you know that they're in a cloudy judgment. They're not thinking with their higher selves, right? That what is coming through as self-esteem and confidence and making the right decisions might actually be there might be something lost in the sauce there. So it's almost like you fluttering out everyone else's opinion, everyone else's truth, everyone else's, what they feel to be how they gain their confidence, what you should do. And you're fluttering in a way to create this big white light around yourself, this own purity of your own hard work, the purity of your own intention. You have it followed up by the crow. It's your intuition. It's like you're letting your heart and your intuition just guide you through this. You're like, I'm almost getting this, like, I got this far without you. I got this far without it. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine because I can see. It's like, I can see clearly now. It's like that. It's very much like that. And then you have out the Journey card and Secrets card in reverse. So this is very much of, this is like the little hit that you took. Like, you can see now that what you thought, I'm almost saying like get out of jail free card, or like it wasn't going to be that easy. Like, it wasn't a jackpot. Like, you thought something was like a jackpot. It was like a sure thing, and it turned out not to be. Like, you thought that whatever this opportunity was going to be like the start of, again, like a new direction, a new path, like a new chapter, right? It's like almost you didn't realize that you were out of the old cycle, and you thought that this was the indicator that you were in the new one, not realizing that you had already been in the new one before this contract, this partner, this situation, whatever this was, even like rolled up into town. I'm hearing. But with these secret cards in reverse, it's like, you know that now. What you thought was going to be like a new journey actually wasn't, because something went belly up here. Like something went wrong. Something went wrong, and I'm garnering that it was like a free will decision made by someone, right? Like somebody being like, actually, we're not going to do business with them. I don't think that's a smart idea right now. Like, actually, I think I'm going to pull back from this relationship. Actually, like, I think I'm going to keep hanging out with that person. Like, if there was some kind of free will interference going on here, which I feel like made things a little lost in the sauce, kind of. I'm almost getting like I don't want to say insidious, but there is a sense that like someone made a decision, perhaps out of fear, perhaps out of ego, whatever it may be, and that kind of circumvented like the actual plan that was set forth for you guys. But again, because Source isn't going to make you suffer for other people's mistakes, they're going to let it sting for you right now because they know that you're strong enough. And I'm getting the sense that they're my blue candle, which I light for Archangel Michael, who's like the strength angel, that's going bananas. It's going, actually, I'm going to move it a little bit away from the curtains. That's better. That they're giving you extra strength to really pole vault your way over this obstacle, because they're not going to make you suffer twice. They're not going to make you suffer twice. And then you have out this, can you hear me now? This is telling me like you should be reaching out for support, right? But not to the people that maybe you normally would, or in the past, like you felt like maybe you could rely on or depend on, or that would be like a safe haven for you. And you're kind of realizing that like when the hard times come, like certain people are not there for you. But I think you're surprised at who is there for you. And those are the people that they want you to go to. It's like, don't hide your shame. Don't hide your disappointment. Like, you are going to pole vault your way over this. You are going to be fine. But like, you did take some licks, and you know, you're stinging a little bit, and that's okay. But go forth to the people that you know you can trust. You know you can trust, you know you can depend on for love and guidance, and just like a hug. It's like a safe, warm hug. A safe, warm hug. Don't go to these other people like wishful thinking, like, well, we used to be so close. No. That was then and this is now. Maybe your circle's gotten a lot smaller of people that you can trust and depend on, but that's okay. That's okay. Because you are the queen bee, my loves. You rise. You ascend. No matter what, you win. You're like the little kid in Big Daddy. I got a 2, a 4, and an 8. I win. How do you win? Because I win. That's why. You ascend, right? And it's all yellow and white. It's like purity of intention, healthy self-confidence. Purity of intention, healthy of self-confidence. And what does the queen bee do? She takes care of the rest of the hive. She guides them. So it's like, you need to make sure that you're going to people, keep working on what you're working on. You can see clearly now, the rain is gone. The contract has been paused, it's been nullified, whatever it may be. But I'm getting the sense that like your internal well-being, your health, your happiness is of the utmost concern to Source right now, because what you're doing in your spiritual work and your spiritual mission is you're helping the other bees learn how to find honey for themselves, right? It's like you need to lead by example a little bit. You're being required to lead by example. And so that's why the purity of your intention. They don't want you to act out of hate or out of revenge or jealousy or wanting to get back at people. They don't want you to do that. They want you to keep your intentions pure. Puritan. You guys are good. You guys are good. But also they want you to maintain a healthy self-confidence, not that ego, not that like, oh, they think, not that. No, it's just like, let them think what they're going to think. Like, I can show them better than I can tell them. That's fine. And it's like I said with some of these false friends up here, like karmics can also be friendships. Karmics can also be members of your family. Absolutely. Even though I tend these days, I like to call karmics catalysts instead of karmics. Because they really do kind of push us in the direction that we really need to go. But as I was laying out these cards, there was like a little fly, like the tiniest little fly you ever did see. And it was like crawling on here. And I was like, what is that? And I heard flies imitating the bees. And then I saw in my head, it was almost like a caricature of like a fly trying to like put on a bee suit. Like there are people, there are false friends, there all are false intended people around you that will make it seem like they support you in your journey as you get more vocal about what you're doing, as we set up here with the tiny triumphs showing off your big triumphs, the night ride turning into your day walk, your day strut, right? Stepping onto that podium for yourself, speaking. I'm getting like speeches, like really being more vocal about the process you've been through and the journey that you're on. That there are people that are going to seem like they're bees, like they're working the program, they're working on themselves, they're on the same kind of frequency that you are, but be very mindful. Be very mindful. And again, I'm getting like frequency with this. Can you hear me now? There are certain things that people will say or do, or there are certain things that you will say or do, and the way in which you can feel their energy, the way they react, the way they respond to that, you will be able to tell whether they are friend or foe, fly or bee. Fly or bee, right? Because bees make honey and flies get caught in it. They want me to say that, right? And in that, it's like, I feel like people maybe expect you to be stranded. They feel like they are stranding you on purpose, or you will be stranded without them, without this situation. Like, because this situation went belly up, that you're going to go belly up, but they don't realize like how well you can swim, right? Because it's almost like this boat's all the way up here, right? So that boat's stranded. That contract, that project, that person, that's nullified. At least it's on pause. It's at an impasse. It's not going anywhere, right? And then here you are in this the middle ground. And then you have this anchor. And it's almost like you're, again, with this, like with these strings, like all is connected. It's almost like your little speech. Again, it's like here, it's like you at the podium being like, you know, if you're gonna be stranded up there, that's fine. But like, here's your last little piece of rope. Like, here's your little anchor. You can climb down if you want, but it's almost like you have no intention of climbing back up to this ship, and you have no intention of like going back down. It's almost like you're going to take that fool energy. I'm getting that fool energy, and you're going to like just pop off, right? It's that pole vault. You're just going to pop off over the cliff. But you're like, but in case you guys are interested in not being stranded up there with your actions, with your attitudes, with your whatever, here's a little piece of advice. Like, here's what I've been doing over here, and it seemed to really help me, right? I'm leading by example. This is what I did, and it seems to be working out pretty well for me. So you might want to do it too, but if not, enjoy yourself up there, and then you're like, have fun down there. Like, I'm going full energy. Like, I'm taking my leap of faith. It's like your faith is still very much intact. I don't know if they thought maybe it was going to shake up your faith, or you were afraid that maybe your faith was going to get shaken a little bit in this situation. But again, I think you're really surprising yourself at your resiliency and your ability to maintain hope and faith no matter the circumstances. And that is really, really, really beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing to maintain hope. And it's the most important thing to maintain and to hold. Because that abracadabra is where the magic is. That's where the magic happens. That's when source can really like come in and do big things. Big things for us, bigger than we could have planned for ourselves, right? Rewriting history, rewriting the soul contracts, going back in and rearranging stars so that way they are to prosper you, right? For your highest good, to work as best in your favor, right? But a lot of that is coming back now is in your co-creative responsibility with this Lorelei card. This is a card about intentions. It's about the ship's gonna pass, right? It's like this rope, things that you're connected to. And it's like, as it goes to go past, are you gonna let it? Or are you gonna smash it up against the rocks, right? Almost like very innocent, like, that's what they get, I didn't know better. It's like, make sure that throughout all this, as you stand on your podium, as you get what's yours, that you're not using it to spite other people, that if people wanna go past, right? If people wanna go past in their ships, let them go past. They may end up stranded, and that's got nothing to do with you. You're busy making your own magic over here, right? You're working on new contracts. You're working on other things. It's almost like I'm going back to what I was doing. I'm going back to what I was doing in the first place. So it's like, make sure, and because you will not, even though she is a child, she has a lot of power. So it's like, you will not karmically be judged as a child for the ways in which you do. So if you decide to get a little petty, if you decide to get a little revengey, you decide to kind of sit in that, right? Because sometimes we get empowered. But then when we get empowered and we're like, I can never have anything, like, I'm cool, like, you can act a little bit like a fool. Like, your empowerment can easily become shadow and ego. So you will not be judged as a child for this. So make sure you stay in that purity of intention. Keep your intuition on lock, right? And then back to my dear friend. This is the opposite of my journey card. This is the new journey that they go on, and this is the end. It's like going back to what you're working on. You thought this was a new thing for you to work on, a new direction, a new path, a new project, a new person. And it's like, no. You already started the cycle before this even happened. So go back and go back to your cycle. Go back to the stuff that you were already working on. You were already on a path. It's almost like that was like intermission. Whatever that was intermission for you. It's like, okay, now get back on stage. Get back on stage, grab your microphone, start singing, hand jive, whatever it is for you, but go back to what you were doing. You were already on a path. Don't let it derail you. You were already on a path. You are weaving flowers. You are weaving your own life. You're not just going down a straight path. I'm guessing stitching. You're weaving it. You're building it. It's colorful. I'm getting cornucopia, right? It's not just one path, one person, one project. There's so much more into it. And you can't see it all right now. It's not all actualized, right? Because it's it has to be built still on both sides of the veil, from you and from source, right? We take these little bricks, these little breadcrumbs, and we put them together, and sooner or later we got a loaf, and then we eat, right? So it's keep going back to doing that, but always remember that you are protected. 25 breaks down to a 7. 7 is the complete number of God, right? So it's you are protected in this, but make sure that you are coming, your attitude's on the right side of life about this. Spirit's we know you took some licks, we know this stings, that's all right, but make sure you keep doing what you're doing. Keep in your sweet bee energy. Stay in the honey. Stay in the honey. You are protected. We are protecting you. And you got new directions. It's you're not going in a new direction. It's not, no. Stay and complete your assignment. We gave you your assignment. We know there was a hiccup, there was an intermission, but stay the course. Stay the course that you're on. Complete what you started. Complete your assignment. And it's lullabies. It's don't get lost in the dreams of other people, right? Stay grounded. Stay firm in your own truth. It might seem fantastical or crazy to other people. That's fine. Most people that I know, Aquarius, think I'm insane, and that's okay, because maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. And that's my business, as Tabitha Brown says. That's my business, and this is yours. Stay grounded. Don't get lost in more rose-colored glasses, oh, well, maybe this is it. No, we're not catching balls in the air, Aquarius. You got your eyes on the prize. You got your pole vault. Go. Like this cobra. It's stay focused. This is very King of Wands for me. Complete your plans. Complete what you're doing. Stand in your energy. You got to show them a little teeth. Show them a little teeth. But we don't strike, right? We don't need to strike because we're very, very busy. These people aren't our prey. We have a prize. Eye on the prize, not eye on the prey, right? Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion, because you know the truth that you got bigger nuts to crack. You got bigger omelets to make. You got things to do. There's a bigger path. There's a bigger purpose for you. So stay the course for yourself. Stay. I think it's Will Smith. He's if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Stay ready. Stay ready, because there's more. I'm getting the Leo reading I just did, another round of milk and honey. There's more milk and honey for you just around the corner, right? And it's gonna be like a Gatorade in the middle of a run. Like if somebody throws you a Gatorade, you're like, oh, that's refreshing. But then like keep running, because you know the truth of the situation, regardless of what it looks like to everyone else, regardless of what it looked like to you, whatever, that there's something bigger brewing for you. So stay the course, stay the course. And with this gazelle, it's saying, again, stay alert, stay ready for anything that comes your way that you can pop up, whether it's something really good that you need to kind of strike while the iron's hot, right, with that Cobra energy, or you're able to pop back up and keep it moving. Keep the ball rolling if you have to, if you need to roll away from this. But this is also an energy about maintaining your grace. Stay graceful through this process. Goes back to this Lorelei card. You don't need to be like that. Let them be like that. They're good at it. They're good at it. Let them be like that. They'll strand themselves all on their own. You keep buzzing. You keep working with your purity of intention. Stay grateful. Stay graceful. Stay grateful. Stay graceful, okay? Because it's like you have a long way home. You're already home. You're already in the plan. You're already in the mission. You're already in it. You're already in it. So again, it's all about like just confirmation over and over and over again. Normally I wouldn't take so many repetitive confirmation cards, but I feel like you need it. Stay the course. We have this flower spirit. This is about, again, friendships. Go to people that you can trust. You share your mission. Don't hide what you're doing, but those really tender parts of you, keep close to your chest. Share them with people that you know will hold you, people that you know you are emotionally, spiritually safe with, right? That will harbor you in a storm. Share your accomplishments. Don't be afraid of that. But those tender parts are not for everyone. Not every part of your journey, of your story is for everyone. So be mindful of that with who you share with and who you do not. Because the fact of the matter is regardless of whatever went belly up, regardless of what people want to say, irregardless, despite any guards up, there is no rain today. There is nothing but sunshine on the way for you. It's already here, and there's just more coming. When I'm hearing that song, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone, maybe because you're getting all the sunshine. It might be a little cloudy for other people, but you're getting the sunshine. And I do want to say with this sea serpent energy, normally, again, this is very death and rebirth energy, like yes, but there is an evil eye in the middle of it. So yes, there are probably people sending you a little stank eye. Yes, there are people that maybe are jealous of you. Maybe with this little hit that people are taking, people are going to be like, I thought so. Like there's somebody that's going to relish a little bit in what they assume to be your defeat. And that could trigger your ego. And that's why they want to make sure that you're not responding. It's like you don't meet aggression with aggression, right? So you don't match ego with more ego. You match it with compassion, right? That's what Jesus did, right? When people threw rocks at Jesus, he didn't punch them back. No. He just, why? Talk to me. What is going, you know what I mean? Like, don't be higher. Take the high road in this. But yes, maybe you want to wear a little evil eye. Maybe you want to take an extra salt bath. Maybe you are very protected, but you might want to beef up your energetic spiritual protection, whatever that may be for you, because there are flies trying to act like they are bees. But as long as you stay purely intended, they'll sting themselves. So don't worry about it. Then I have 3 little advice cards, and then I'll send you off on your way. You got 68, Wombat Spirit. Be at home. Be where you're safe. Don't hide your successes and your accomplishments in your journey, but in those tender moments, go where you know, where it has been proven to you that you are safe. And then be at peace, knowing that every little thing is gonna be all right. And 5, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured for you. They ain't heard the last of you. Not yet, Aquarius. Not yet. So, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. It was very intricate. It's very interesting, but I'm very proud of you. You are very resilient, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so I am very, very happy for you. And thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. It really is a blessing for me. And all of your support and your comments, my cup runneth over on this channel for you all. So anything that you guys need information-wise will be in my description box, All of the decks that I own in my whole life are listed in there. So if you want to get any of them for yourself, they're in there. My email is in there if you want to chat. My email's in there if you need a personal reading. My personals are open. Anything you need. All my peeps, all my homes, all my info, everything's in there. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time, Aquarius. Goodbye.